You drink it every morning. It wakes you up, sharpens your focus, and keeps you going through the day. But what if your daily cup of coffee is secretly harming one of the most important glands in your body? The shocking truth is, certain types of coffee could be fueling inflammation, disrupting hormones, and making prostate problems worse without you even knowing it. Whether you love espresso, cold brew, or instant, the way coffee interacts with your prostate might change how you view your favorite drink forever. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover could save your health in the long run. First, we have cold brew coffee. Cold brew coffee, while often praised for its smoother taste and lower acidity, may not be as harmless as it seems, especially when it comes to prostate and overall health. Unlike hot brewed coffee, cold brew is steeped for an extended period, usually 12 to 24 hours, which can significantly increase the caffeine concentration. This elevated caffeine content can overstimulate the nervous system, increasing cortisol levels and triggering inflammation throughout the body, including the prostate. Chronic inflammation is one of the leading factors contributing to prostate enlargement and related urinary issues, making cold brew a potential hidden threat for men, particularly those over 40. Caffeine in high doses is known to irritate the bladder and prostate, leading to frequent urination, urgency, and discomfort, symptoms commonly associated with benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Cold brew's high caffeine levels can worsen these symptoms by increasing diuresis, which forces the body to expel more urine. Over time, this puts extra pressure on the prostate and bladder muscles, potentially leading to more severe complications. Men who already suffer from an enlarged prostate may find that cold brew makes nighttime urination and discomfort significantly worse. Another often overlooked concern with cold brew coffee is its acidity profile. While it's marketed as being less acidic than hot coffee, the acidity can vary depending on the brewing time and the type of beans used. Some cold brews can still contain enough acid to irritate the gastrointestinal tract and the lower urinary tract. This irritation can extend to the prostate, especially if consumed daily or in large amounts. Over time, this continuous irritation can cause chronic inflammation, which is a known contributor to prostate swelling and cellular damage. Furthermore, cold brew is frequently consumed in large quantities due to its smooth taste, which can mask its strength. People often drink more than one serving in a sitting, unknowingly exposing themselves to dangerously high amounts of caffeine and acidic compounds. This excessive intake can spike blood pressure, increase stress hormone levels, and disrupt hormonal balance, factors that negatively influence prostate health. Hormonal imbalance, particularly involving testosterone and dihydrotestosterone, DHT, is linked to prostate growth and cancer risk. Cold brew is also typically served cold, and cold beverages can cause constriction of blood vessels. This vasoconstriction affects blood flow not only to extremities, but also to internal organs like the prostate. Poor blood circulation in the prostate can lead to decreased oxygen supply and hinder detoxification processes, both of which are essential for maintaining a healthy gland. Over time, reduced blood flow can make the prostate more vulnerable to inflammation and disease. In addition to caffeine and acidity, cold brew coffee often contains added sugars, creamers, or flavored syrups, especially when purchased from cafes or bottled brands. These added ingredients can promote weight gain, insulin resistance, and systemic inflammation, all of which are enemies of prostate health. Excess sugar intake is especially dangerous as it fuels inflammation and oxidative stress, conditions that can exacerbate prostate problems and increase the risk of developing prostate cancer. Cold brew consumption can also interfere with sleep quality due to its high caffeine content and long-lasting effects. Poor sleep reduces the body's ability to repair damaged tissues and regulate hormones. In men, lack of quality sleep can disrupt testosterone production, which plays a crucial role in prostate function. Chronic sleep deprivation has been shown to increase the risk of aggressive prostate cancer and other hormonal disorders that affect male reproductive health. Another danger lies in the fact that caffeine is a known stimulant of the sympathetic nervous system. Prolonged stimulation from high doses can lead to chronic stress, elevated cortisol, and adrenaline spikes. These hormones not only raise blood pressure and heart rate, but also suppress the immune system. A weakened immune response means the body is less able to fight off infections and control inflammation in the prostate area, setting the stage for long-term damage. Next, we have decaffeinated coffee. Decaffeinated coffee is often seen as a healthier alternative for those looking to reduce caffeine intake, but it's not always as harmless as it seems, especially when it comes to prostate and overall health. While the caffeine is mostly removed, the process used to decaffeinate coffee can introduce harmful chemicals that may affect the body in unexpected ways. One common method involves using solvents like methylene chloride or ethyl acetate, which, even in trace amounts, may contribute to long-term health issues, including hormone disruption. Hormonal imbalances can have a significant impact on the prostate, potentially encouraging inflammation and abnormal growth. Many people assume that because decaf is low in caffeine, it's also gentler on the bladder and prostate, but this isn't always the case. Some compounds in decaf coffee, such as certain acids and oils, can still irritate the urinary tract and prostate gland. Chlorogenic acid, for example, is still present in decaf and can lead to increased acidity in the body. This internal acidity can trigger inflammation in sensitive tissues, including the prostate. For men dealing with benign prostatic hyperplasia or chronic prostatitis, drinking decaf may still worsen symptoms like urinary urgency, discomfort, and nighttime urination. Another concern with decaf coffee is its potential to interfere with the body's hormone regulation. Even without caffeine, coffee still contains compounds that can affect the endocrine system, such as diterpenes and polyphenols. These bioactive substances can influence testosterone and estrogen levels, which play crucial roles in prostate health. When hormone levels become imbalanced, the risk of prostate enlargement or even cancer may increase. The misconception that decaf is completely safe causes many to overlook these subtler risks. The decaffeination process also often strips the coffee of beneficial antioxidants while leaving behind harmful byproducts. Antioxidants are crucial in fighting oxidative stress, a major contributor to aging and disease, including prostate cancer. Without these protective compounds, the body is more vulnerable to inflammation and cellular damage. This weakened defense system can make it easier for abnormal prostate cells to develop and grow. In other words, drinking decaf may remove some caffeine-related problems, but expose the body to new threats. Some decaf coffee products also have higher acidity than expected, depending on how they're processed. Acidic beverages can disrupt the pH balance in the bladder and prostate, leading to irritation and discomfort. This may be particularly problematic for men who already experience symptoms of an enlarged or inflamed prostate. Inflammation is a key factor in many prostate-related issues, and consuming acidic drinks regularly can feed this inflammation, making symptoms worse over time. Additionally, most commercially available decaf coffee is made from lower-quality beans. These beans often contain more mycotoxins, harmful substances produced by mold, that can damage organs, disrupt hormones, and contribute to inflammation. These toxins are not always eliminated during the decaffeination process. Regular consumption of decaf made from contaminated beans can stress the liver and kidneys, impairing the body's ability to detoxify and protect the prostate from oxidative damage. Another hidden danger lies in how decaf coffee is consumed. Many people add artificial sweeteners, syrups, and creamers to improve the taste, not realizing that these additives can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and systemic inflammation. All of these factors negatively affect prostate health. Excess sugar in particular fuels inflammation and can worsen both prostate enlargement and risk of prostate cancer. So even if the decaf itself seems mild, the way it's consumed could be causing more harm than good. Some studies have also suggested that frequent consumption of decaf may be linked to higher LDL cholesterol levels due to the presence of cavestol and cahuil in unfiltered varieties. Elevated cholesterol and poor cardiovascular health can indirectly affect prostate function by reducing circulation and oxygen supply to the gland. Poor blood flow impairs the body's ability to maintain healthy tissues, making the prostate more vulnerable to disease and dysfunction. Next, we have espresso coffee. Espresso coffee is loved for its bold flavor and quick energy boost, but few people realize the potential risks it may carry, especially for prostate and overall health. Unlike regular brewed coffee, espresso is made by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee beans at high pressure, which extracts a concentrated dose of caffeine and other bioactive compounds. This intensity might deliver a strong kick, but it also means the body is flooded with caffeine quickly, which can overstimulate the nervous system and lead to hormonal imbalances, stress responses, and increased inflammation, all of which negatively impact the prostate. The high caffeine content in espresso can be particularly problematic for men who suffer from prostate issues such as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or chronic prostatitis. Caffeine is a known bladder irritant, and its diuretic effects can lead to frequent urination, urgency, and discomfort, symptoms that already burden those with prostate problems. Drinking espresso regularly can worsen these issues by intensifying bladder activity and increasing pressure on the prostate, making it harder for the gland to function properly and recover from inflammation. Espresso also triggers a spike in cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. Elevated cortisol levels over time can suppress immune function and fuel chronic inflammation, which is a major driver of prostate enlargement and dysfunction. Chronic stress responses caused by repeated caffeine spikes can also interfere with the production of testosterone, a hormone essential for maintaining a healthy prostate. Low testosterone levels are associated with a higher risk of prostate disease, and espresso, when consumed excessively, may contribute to this imbalance. Many people drink espresso in small but frequent doses, which leads to repeated caffeine exposure throughout the day. This steady stimulation of the sympathetic nervous system can lead to adrenal fatigue and hormone disruption, placing additional strain on the prostate gland. The constant stress can cause blood vessels to constrict, impairing circulation to the pelvic area. Reduced blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching the prostate, weakening its ability to repair itself and increasing vulnerability to damage. Another concern is the acidic nature of espresso. It contains high levels of chlorogenic acid and other compounds that can irritate the digestive and urinary systems. For men with sensitive prostates or underlying conditions, these acids can contribute to inflammation and discomfort. Additionally, acidic beverages are known to lower the body's pH balance, creating an environment where inflammation can thrive. This type of environment may encourage the development or progression of prostate diseases. Espresso also contains compounds like cavestol and cahuiol, especially when unfiltered, that can raise cholesterol levels and promote inflammation. These deterpents are found in higher concentrations in espresso compared to filtered coffee, and when consumed in large amounts, they may elevate LDL cholesterol. High cholesterol levels can negatively impact blood flow and heart health, and poor circulation in the pelvic area can starve the prostate of essential oxygen and nutrients, further weakening the gland's resilience. Some people enjoy their espresso with added sugar or flavored syrups, which only compounds the issue. Excess sugar contributes to insulin resistance, weight gain, and systemic inflammation, all of which are risk factors for poor prostate health. Sugar also feeds harmful bacteria in the gut, which can indirectly affect immune function and hormonal balance. This chain reaction of metabolic stress may intensify prostate inflammation and increase the risk of more serious conditions like prostate cancer. Espresso can also disrupt sleep, especially when consumed later in the day. Even a single shot of espresso in the afternoon can delay melatonin production and interfere with deep restorative sleep. Poor sleep is linked to low testosterone, increased inflammation, and a compromised immune system. Over time, this sleep disruption can create a perfect storm for prostate dysfunction, as the body loses its ability to regulate hormones and heal cellular damage effectively. Next, we have instant coffee. Instant coffee is a popular choice for its convenience, but many people overlook the hidden risks it may pose to prostate and overall health. Unlike freshly brewed coffee, instant coffee is made by drying brewed coffee into a powder or granule form, often using high heat or freeze-drying techniques. This process can lead to a loss of beneficial antioxidants while preserving or even concentrating some harmful compounds. For men, especially those over 40, drinking instant coffee regularly can quietly contribute to prostate issues that worsen over time. One of the main concerns with instant coffee is its caffeine content. While it generally contains less caffeine per serving than espresso, people often consume it in larger amounts because it's easy to prepare and drink quickly. This increased caffeine intake can overstimulate the nervous system, triggering a rise in stress hormones like cortisol. Elevated cortisol levels are known to promote inflammation in the body, including the prostate gland. Chronic inflammation is a key factor in the development and worsening of conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and prostatitis. Another issue with instant coffee is the presence of chemical residues and additives. Some brands contain unwanted substances such as acrylamide, a potentially carcinogenic compound formed during the high-heat roasting process. Acrylamide can cause oxidative stress and inflammation, two major contributors to prostate tissue damage. Over time, regular exposure to acrylamide may increase the risk of prostate problems, especially when combined with other dietary or lifestyle factors that encourage inflammation. Many instant coffee products also contain artificial flavorings, added sugars, or non-dairy creamers, all of which can worsen prostate health. Excess sugar intake has been linked to higher levels of systemic inflammation and insulin resistance. These metabolic disturbances create an environment that promotes cellular damage and hormonal imbalance, two key contributors to prostate enlargement and cancer. Even seemingly healthy instant coffee mixes can be loaded with hidden sugars that slowly harm your body from within. The acidity of instant coffee can also be problematic for prostate health. It contains compounds like chlorogenic acid that, while beneficial in small amounts, can irritate the bladder and prostate when consumed excessively. This irritation can worsen symptoms like frequent urination, discomfort, and pressure, especially in men already dealing with prostate inflammation. Over time, these irritants can wear down the body's ability to heal and regulate the prostate gland properly. Another lesser-known concern is that instant coffee often contains microplastics or contaminants from low-quality packaging. These contaminants may act as endocrine disruptors, interfering with the body's hormone regulation system. Hormonal imbalances, especially involving testosterone and dihydrotestosterone, DHT, can accelerate prostate growth and increase the risk of disease. When hormone regulation is disrupted, the delicate balance needed for prostate health begins to deteriorate. Instant coffee's processing can also degrade the naturally occurring antioxidants found in coffee beans. Antioxidants play a crucial role in protecting cells from oxidative stress and damage, especially in organs like the prostate that are sensitive to inflammation. Without adequate antioxidant support, the prostate becomes more vulnerable to harmful changes, including cellular mutations that may lead to cancer. Drinking instant coffee daily could mean you're getting more of the bad and less of the good. Additionally, the fast absorption of caffeine from instant coffee into the bloodstream can overstimulate the adrenal glands, leading to energy crashes, anxiety, and long-term hormonal fatigue. When the body is in a constant state of fight or flight, it suppresses functions that aren't essential for immediate survival, such as immune defense and cellular repair. This suppression can weaken the body's ability to manage prostate inflammation and respond to abnormal cell growth. Last, we have regular brewed coffee. Regular brewed coffee is one of the most commonly consumed beverages worldwide, praised for its energy-boosting effects and antioxidant content. However, for men concerned about prostate and overall health, regular coffee may carry risks that aren't widely discussed. While moderate consumption may offer some health benefits, excessive or daily intake, especially in large quantities, can lead to problems that silently impact the prostate gland over time. Understanding how regular brewed coffee interacts with the body is important for making smarter lifestyle choices. One of the main concerns with brewed coffee is its caffeine content. A single cup may contain anywhere from 80 to 120 milligrams of caffeine, and many people drink multiple cups a day. Caffeine is a stimulant that can irritate the bladder and increase diuresis, which puts added pressure on the prostate and urinary tract. Men with conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or prostatitis may find that coffee worsens symptoms like frequent urination, urgency, and nighttime trips to the bathroom, reducing quality of life and comfort. Caffeine also triggers the release of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. High levels of cortisol over extended periods contribute to chronic inflammation, which is one of the main drivers of prostate enlargement and cellular damage. While a single cup of coffee might not be harmful, daily consumption can keep cortisol levels elevated, weakening the immune system and increasing the risk of inflammation in sensitive tissues like the prostate. Chronic stress from overstimulation may quietly wear down the body's ability to regulate hormone levels and repair tissue. Regular brewed coffee is also acidic due to the presence of chlorogenic acid and other compounds. This acidity can irritate the lining of the stomach, bladder, and urinary tract. For men already dealing with prostate sensitivity or inflammation, acidic beverages can trigger flare-ups and make symptoms worse. Additionally, repeated exposure to acidic compounds may create an internal environment that promotes oxidative stress, which is harmful to prostate tissue and may accelerate the progression of disease. Another factor to consider is the brewing method. Unfiltered coffee, such as French press or boiled coffee, contains higher levels of diterpenes like cavestol and cawiol. These compounds are known to raise LDL cholesterol levels and promote inflammation. Elevated cholesterol can impair circulation, including blood flow to the prostate, making it harder for the gland to receive essential nutrients and oxygen. Poor circulation weakens the prostate's natural defenses and can lead to long-term damage. Regular coffee consumption can also interfere with sleep quality, especially when consumed in the afternoon or evening. Caffeine blocks the brain's adenosine receptors, delaying the onset of sleep and reducing deep sleep stages. Sleep is vital for hormonal regulation, tissue repair, and immune function. Poor sleep contributes to lower testosterone levels, increased inflammation, and higher stress, all of which negatively impact prostate health and increase the risk of developing more serious conditions over time.